Hello, hello, hello. I'm Alucard Night Raven. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my next review. And this is it was the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 exclusive, and they had plenty left over that once SDCC was over with, they had it available for sale on Hasbro Pulse. I think there's still some available. I knew this wouldn't sell out really quickly due to the Megatron, because it's a Megatron. We've seen how many of this mold now? I think we all know it inside and out. But it is the Fractured Friendship 2-pack of Gladiator Megatron and Security Officer Orion packs. So, if you remember from the I'm forgetting the name of it now. The 2-pack with Senator Shockwave. I know the one is Rise of Tyranny with Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat, and I'm forgetting the name of this one. I know it, or of the other one. Humble Origins, that's what it was. The Humble Origins 2-pack, which had Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion packs. Again, very cool 2-packs. And that one, the Megatron Siege mold, but with slight changes to it. So a small remold, but otherwise it was all the same. This one, the Gladiator, is that same Minor Megatron mold, but new paint. So, for me, personally, the Minor Megatron, I call that one D16, because that was before he got his name. This one, on my shelf, he is Megatronus, because that's the name he took before it got shortened to Megatron. At least from what I remember in the comics. But let's take a look at the packaging. And if we remember correctly, the Megatrons, and they're from the IDW comics. I can't remember if it's from 1.0 or 2.0. I think it's 1.0 for the Megatron, and it's all Megatron Origins for the two Megatrons. But really great artwork on the front. You can see that Energon hammer. So really do like that. Looks very good. And then we've got Orion packs, looking a little more Optimus-y than Orion-y. But still looks really nice. There's his blaster, Fractured Friendship 2-pack, Legacy United, Transformers. On this side, you can see sword sticking in the wall. Looks like gladiatorial pit in the background there. You can see a piece of an arm, a blaster. There's a sword. Looks like this gladiator is running to. You can see Cybertronians watching it. Yeah. And on this side, we have our artwork that we've seen throughout all of Legacy United. On the bottom, our barcode and stuff. On the top, Fractured Friendship 2-pack, Megatron versus Orion packs. And on the back, we can see our product shots. So, yeah, there is that. It looks really good. And our warning. Be careful, small pieces in this packaging could swallow it. So that's it for the packaging. And I think we're going to start with Megatron first, because I'm not going to do the transformation on him. We've all seen it how many times. Orion packs, I will do the transformation on, because it is a heavy retool of the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. And I love the way they did this. So, as usual, with our Siege Megatron, he is a Cybertronian tank. I know he's got the wheels, but he doesn't really have treads. It's all like I want to say small boosters. So he's VTOL tank, a floating tank, really. Like even in these pieces, like that's not treads. It's almost like vents for the small jets in order for him to float. But yeah, with the wheels on the bottom though, he does roll pretty nicely as usual, and it's the same mold we've seen before. We've got all in gray, this sort of brown, red picked out all over the place. Some X's here, and yeah, here you can see the bottom and his head sticking out. Turret does turn. Of course, he's got the drill because he was a miner. Before he was a gladiator, so he doesn't have the cannon yet. So this is something good for him to use in the gladiator pit when taking on his enemies. You know, he could go into his hover tank. Hover. That's what I was trying to think. Hover. But and use it on his enemies. And then of course he's got this part of his pickaxe. The other part is what's keeping the drill in there. And it's the same thing that came with the miner Megatron. It is the pickaxe he used while mining in the Energon mines. So there is that. And also other accessories he has. He's got the sword, sort of flaming sword. There is no way to put these on in vehicle mode, unfortunately. There's really nowhere to plug them in at. So if you do display him in his hover tank, you got nowhere for storage for that. And then his Energon hammer, which it's what it is. It was in the Megatron Origins comic arc. This was, I believe, another Gladiator's weapon, the one he was facing at the time, and he grabbed it and bludgeoned their head in with it. So that's why this is included, because he did use this. And again, it's got these tabs, but nowhere to store it on vehicle mode. So, yeah. So, again, it's really all the same that we've seen. How many times? Like, it'll be nice when we get a new Megatron mold. I mean, this is a good mold, but I mean, we've seen it, I think, 18 times now since Siege. You know, including all the slight retooling and repaints and all that with Earthrise mold and all that. So, yeah. But still, I mean, not a bad mold. Just time for something new. I mean, we do have a new Prime coming. But, yeah. So, I am going to get him in robot mode. It's the exact same transformation we've seen dozens of times. So, I will be right back. Alright. And here we have Gladiator Megatron in his robot mode. And I realize you cannot see. And again, he looks really good. It's definitely that look he had in the gladiatorial arena. You know, he still had his like bits and pieces from being a miner, but complete repaint on him. And then he added each X, I think, is for each gladiator that he's defeated. So all very well done. And let's take a look at the head, and very nice head. Love that it's still somewhat the miner head, helmet, all that. Silver face, and then the red paint, like war paint. Almost like he's crying tears of blood. In a way. So still very cool. And then, yeah, all the cross-hatching. You can see the details underneath from the retooling done for the miner Megs. and as well as on the shoulders. And yeah, looks very good. I love all that paint, and it's, again, everything that we've seen before. I mean, I'm not going to go over it too much, but yeah, articulation exactly the same. So yeah, I mean, really, it's it's all what we've seen before. So I'm not going to go over too much with it because, again, I think almost everybody has some version of this mold. But what we can give him is a whole assortment of weapons. So when in vehicle mode, you're going to have this plugged together like this. Take it out, and there we go. And there's his pickaxe. And one thing the instructions show, I don't like doing it, but you can also plug this in. So you could have that. Could be another type of weapon, which is cool. But I just like leaving this like this. And you can put it on his forearm. In this mode, what I tend to do is like plug it in. The instructions even show plugging it in here. And then same thing with this. Sort of plug that in there. He could wield that, but he is a gladiator. So what he needs are his two weapons. His two other weapons that he's beating people with. So there's his Energon hammer and the sword. He looks good with them. I do like that. So yeah, not bad at all. And then you can see some red in here. So you can see like the paint compared to when he mostly or all, I think all dark brown that he was as a miner. He started going towards the gray into the silver that we know him as. So again, very cool on that. Looks very good. And storage, you can store these on his shoulders. That's really the only place to store them. So, which is okay. I would really rather have some other place to store them, but otherwise I'm just going to have him holding them anyways. But that is it for Gladiator Megs, or as I said at the beginning, for me on my shelf, this is Megatronus. That was what he went by as a gladiator. At least in IDW and in the Aligned continuity. And then when he was a miner, he was D16. So that's it for me for that. So now, the one that I know we're all waiting for, the Orion packs. And it is such a good retool, like heavy retool. So he's got his blaster, and it is the exact same one that came with Gamer Edition, but they added these two pieces in, so you can't use the arm gimmick anymore. And there's a screw in there, so to use that, I think you'd have to take the screw out to pull them apart. But personally, I'd rather him wield it anyways, so still very cool. Looks really good. Do like that. We'll set that off to the side. And yeah, so nice silver for the rims, all that blue and red, blue for the front. I guess you could say lights, windshield and window, little lights on the bottom there with that in that silver. Looks really good. There you can see the bottom. And one thing that they did that is a fix from the Gamer Edition is the hands are now covered. So you don't have that big full open seeing the fists. So definitely happy for that. But yeah, very cool. He does roll very well. And I really do like what they did with this. Like, absolutely love it. So, yeah. Again, very cool. Got that. It's just such a look from IDW. like with the front grill the way it is, like just incredible. I can't stop gushing over it. So that is going to be it for this mode. Before I do that, one thing you can do is these come off and they'll go on his forearms, and I'll show that off. But you can, if you want, sort of turn them around, have them facing forward if you like. The instructions show having them face back like that. And you could lift these up like on Gamer, but the instructions show it like this. And I think in the comic it looked more like that too. So yeah, so that's going to be for that. So let's get down to transforming him. So we're going to start with taking these pieces off, and we'll set them off to the side. And we're going to flip this up. Flip them up as far as you can. Then we're going to untab these pieces, bring them up. And now we want to come in here, untab this piece. Oh, you do want to lift this for the transformation, otherwise it's going to get in the way. So lift that up, tab it, and there is that. And now we want to untab the forearm on both sides, so both forearms they plug in right back in here behind the wheels. And then we're going to start to lift this up at the hips. And then we're going to bring these around and tab them in and rotate. Okay, come on. Rotate. Rotate. Oof. There we go. Rotate them down, and you can see that it's the new feet. Then we can bring this down. And then we want to flip the wheels around on both sides, so then that way we can bring these down, and there's a little tab right here that's going to tab in right there, and then fold that up. Same thing here. We can separate them and leave that up like that for now. Now we're gonna fold the arms out like this. And then we can actually bring the legs back down. We can rotate at the waist. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to untab these pieces, and they tab in two places. So there's a tab here that tabs in right in here. And there's this tab that tabs right there on both sides. Bring them out. Then we can bring this up. Rotate all the way around. We're going to rotate the arms, or rotate these pieces around like this. We want to rotate this piece, bring it up, bring this piece down, and then when you bring it in, there is actually like little spaces for some of these to fit. Yeah, so you kind of see right there, there's that groove. That's where this is going to fit in. So let's see if I can get that on camera. So start pushing this in, and then that's going to help it fit really nicely in there. So let's see with this one if I can show it as well. So bring that in. Just push it all together until you feel like soft thoops. Then we can rotate his arms down, bring them in, rotate down, and there we go. There we have Security Officer Orion Pax in his robot mode, and we can give him these little arm blasters to complete the look. And yeah, he looks good. I love what they did with this. Like, he looks really good. So, very Optimus looking face. I guess Orion Pax did wear a face shield or a mouth plate in part of the IDW before he took on the name Optimus Prime. I've only read so much of the IDW comics. This version I had to like look up a little bit, so I wasn't 100% sure on that, but still looks really good. Got that yellow on the head crest, silver on these little antenna pieces, all that silver, the baby blue eyes. You know, and with both of them, there's no insignias, so it's not showing them as Autobot or Decepticon yet, because this is, again, before that happened. So, you know, before the Decepticons were about, you know, when it was the Autobot aristocracy, however you want to call it. But still, really, really love what they did here. The blue here now, and you can see what that look of what that grill had. Silver here. He's got the little smokestacks here. Really love that. Some yellow there. Silver here. Like there is so much changes that they made. He's even taller. I wish I had my Gamer Edition Optimus unboxed at the moment, so I could show the differences. However, MGO and some of the other reviewers who've looked at this have shown the differences. Like, he is taller, mainly with these. Like, the shins are longer, I believe, and then he's got these parts of the feet. Like, if you look, like, technically that was kind of part of what the foot was, but yeah, with these added, like, it really gives him that height. You know, and then he's got this little backpack, which is fine. It's not bad. I don't mind it. Articulation with this guy. Head is on a ball joint. Can rotate all the way around. Look up a little bit. Looks down quite a bit. Arms come out that far, so nice distance on that. Rotate all the way around. Got bicep swivel. Just over 90 for the elbow. We do have wrist, so always happy to see that. Waist rotation. Legs. Bit of a high kick. Always happy to see that. Back. Doesn't really go that far back. Just fine. Full Van Damme. We got thigh rotation. We got around 90 for the knee. The foot, we've got that much ankle pivot, and then there is a little bit of forward and or up and down. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. Said very cool. We can, of course, give him his gun. And he just holds that just like normal. And then another thing that he has, because this is based off the Gamer Edition, open it up and we've got a Matrix chamber with the Matrix that was... It's the same Matrix that the Gamer Edition Optimus came with. Very nice paint. Love the gold and the blue. And of course we can get it out of there. And it looks very nice. Really do like that. Of course he can't hold it. Unfortunately. But we'll plug that back in there. So there is that. And I mean, it's cool they included that, but I mean, Orion Pax didn't really have the Matrix until he was Optimus Prime, so it's kind of weird. So just that's one part I won't really show off at all, but still, it is very cool. I really do like what they did with this mold. It is excellent changes. And it works. It really does work. The only thing I am betting we'll see like a filler kit by some third-party company for inside the thighs here, and then probably something for like up in here, which is cool. I mean, anything to make him even better. I do like this. I like this very much. Would I recommend the 2-pack? It's going to be up to you. I mean, if you want this Orion packs, definitely. If you're tired of seeing this Megatron, then you could pass on it, really. So, again, it's all completely up to you. Check Hasbro Pulse. I think they still have some at the time of this recording. I cannot guarantee it. I just, as soon as it was available, I grabbed it. I'm going to do the same thing when PulseCon starts for the Dino Combiner, the Victory Dino Combiner, Dino King, because I didn't grab the Dinobots. I was waiting for the specific Dino King, and I'm so happy we're getting that in the set. But yeah, really great set. I do love the changes they made. I do like the changes they made with the Megatron on the different coloration, giving him his weapons he's used in the gladiatorial pit. The change, what they did to give us this version of Orion Pax, absolutely love it. They killed it with that. As said before by so many, the Megatron mold is getting a little tiring. I think the only other time I want to get this mold is for that Shattered Glass version. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get that with what the aftermarket prices are going for. So, one day, I do hope to complete my Shattered Glass shelf. But that is going to be it for me. So, as always, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.